Hi lovelies, good day and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kuli. Happy New Year to you all. Sorry that I've delayed in making this tutorial, this two-tone bubu dress with a collar. So this is today we are going to be making it. We are going to be doing the cutting and the sewing. Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope that this new year brings us all the good things of life. So here is what you'll be needing. You'll be needing at least 4 yards of dodges for this style. That is 2.5 yard for the upper part and 1.5 for the down part. So I'll be using face for the tutorial just to illustrate it. Then if you're making this, please use the dodges so that it will relax very well. So what you need is your sleeve, your shoulder and your sleeve extension. I used for my shoulder, I used total of 23 inches. Please, I'm just using this as a tutorial, but I'll be telling you like the inches you used for yours. So I used 23 inches. Then I did my shoulder slope. I came down by 9.5 inches for the sleeve opening on that shoulder slope line. Then on my full body, the full body measurement that I use is my hip plus 6 inches. That is total of 18 inches. So I took that total of 18 inches down, so the whole body is 18 inches down. That then I did a little curve on that chest line part. I didn't draft out the hip, the waist and all that because we won't be needing it, so I just did this little curve on that armhole part. That's the what you need. Then you just take it down straight. If you want it bigger, then make it 20. Assuming I'm making this on a real dress, I would have used at least 20 inches so that it will be very free on me. So the neck depth width that I use is 3 inches. The depth for the front is 3 inches. For the back I used 1 inch. That is what you need. So you just connect it, then you connect the shoulder slope. I'm cutting the front and the back. I use lining for this illustration pattern, so it unfolds. After everything, I'm just going to separate it so that I will have the back and the front. You can cut this directly on your fabric. So once you have it like that, my length is 60 inches. If I'm making this on a real dress, it will be like 61, so that it will flow very well. So you can just determine the length you want. So I'm going to cut it out for you guys to see. Then we'll start working on the neckline, which is the main tutorial, and the down part, which is the two-tone part. So I'm just going to cut it like this. I'm not cutting the neckline. I'll separate it before cutting the back neckline. I'm not cutting the front neckline. So here I'm not cutting it. I'll just separate the back from the front. So once you have it like this, I'm going to cut the back neckline, but the front neckline remains the same. I'm not cutting the front neckline. So as we all remember, you know that the front has joining, it has another color, the down part has another color. So if you are working with your full measurement, your full fabric, on the shoulder line you go down by at least 40 inches. You go down by 40 inches on your shoulder, and this is the front part. You go down by 40 inches. You mark that 40 inches line. So look at it, look at what I'm doing. So you just mark it straight because it's somehow straight. Then you mark 5 inches. You place it and mark 5 inches or 4 inches. Then you mark straight. Then start curving. You know, it went straight before you start curving. So you just mark it that way. Mark 4 inches straight. Then you straight it a bit. Then you start making your curve. So I made a mistake here. The curve didn't get to the down part. So from that down part, you go up by 15 inches from your down part. Instead of curving all the way down, you go up by 15 inches. That is where your curve will stop. So you will see what I'm trying to say. So you see the mistake I did after this part. So you don't have to take it all the way to the down part. You just have to, from the down part, go up by 15 inches and curve it. If you look at the thumbnail very well, you notice that the curve didn't really get to the down part. That is what I'm trying to say there. So once you are done with that, we are going to be cutting the front neckline. From the shoulder line, I went down by 9 inches. You can do 10 inches. So on that 10 inches, you go out by 4 inches. I did 6 inches, which came out really wide. So I'll just advise you to use for the wideness, you use 4 inches or 3 inches. From the shoulder line, go down by 10 inches. Then the width, you use 4 inches instead of the 6 inches that I use. So this is how the neckline is going to look. Please place this aside, don't throw it away. You're still going to be needing it. So here at the back, we are going to do the same thing we did for the front. You go down by 40 inches, then the wideness is 4 inches before you start curving, and you are also not to curve it to the down part. Please, I'll correct this thing. You see the correction when I'm done cutting the neckline. So you just curve it. The front is not straight, the back is not straight, the back is just curved this way. But remember that you will not take the curve all the way to the down part. So you also do the same thing. The back, you go down by 4 inches. The wideness will be 4 inches, just like the front. The depth is 4 inches, so you curve it a little. Remember that you've already done the neckline. You just did this so that the combo will get to that part. That is the reason. So look at the thing that I said about not letting the curve get to the down part. I had to like gum it together to show you guys. So on that heavy line on the down part, I went up by 15 inches. So go up by 15 inches. This is the main dress. This is the front pattern. I joined it together to show you guys that you are not meant to take it all the way down. So this is the way I curved it now. Can you see that the curve stop on that 15 inches line um instead of going down? So that is how it should look. So this is it. This is the new line. So this is how it should look. I'm going to cut it out. So this cutout now is what we are going to use to cut the combo. Then at the second color that you are going to be adding to the dress. So that is exactly what you are going to use to cut exactly the way it is there, with some extra inches. So this is the front pattern. The next thing is to cut the lapel part, but before that, please place this on fold. Place it on a plain paper and cut it on fold. That's, you use it as a guideline. So once you are doing that, done doing that, you cut out the front neckline. So this is my front neckline. So I've placed my front neck pattern. You know that I've cut out that front neckline. So what I'll do on this part now, I'll extend it by 3 inches. You can do 3.5. It depends on how wide you want this your lapel part to be. So this is 3 inches. So I'll connect it. This is my 3 inches. The next thing now is to, from this 3 inches, I'll come. So from here now, I'll still go out by, from that 3 inches, I'll come in by 1.5 or 2 inches. That is the notch. That is your lapel notch. That is what we are trying to do here. So from here now, I'll go up by 2 inches. That is the notch part of your lapel. That's what we are trying to get. So I'll connect it. You can decide to connect this to come like this, or you can make it come like this. So I want it to come here. So I'll just slant it to this point. I want it to start. There are two should start here, or you just slant it here. So I'll just slant it to that 2.5 inches that I came in with. So that is just it. So I slanted it here. Thing is not straight, just go slant. And here is like this. So the next thing now is to get your back neckline. This is my back neckline. You measure it around here. So I've measured it. I have 4 inches. So here now, here on this neck width part, I'll go up by that 4 inches. I'll go up by 4 inches. So here is the 4 inches. Then I'll just connect it straight. So that is the 4 inches. So due to I don't want it to be this straight, I'll come in by quarter. It's not up to half inch. So quarter. Then I'll just slant it this way. So that is just it. So the next thing now, you now determine the wideness you want for the back.
collar. So I'm using 4 inches. So I'll go out, or 3.5 inches. So from this point I came, as I went in by 3/4, I'll place my 3.5 inches this way. So I'll slant it. This thing is not straight. You just slant it a bit. It's not straight, just in a diagonal form. Just slant it like this. You see the way it's looking now. So this is how it's going to look. So from here now, you now connect it this way. So I'll connect this way. So this is how it's looking already. Our lapel is coming out already. So the next thing now is to connect it here, but I want it to overlap a bit. So from here now, I'll come out by 1.5 inches and connect it this way. So remember that here now I came out by 1.5 inches. So I'll connect it this way. I don't want it to be that straight, so that it will lap a bit. So this is our lapel now. Our collar and our notched collar is ready. But I really want this collar part to be, this notch part to be wide, very wide. So instead of 3 inches, I'm making it 3.5 inches. So this is it, 3.5 inches. And here will be 2.5 instead of 2 inches. So I'm just extending the length. So instead of this to be like this, it's going to be like this. And it will go like this. So do you see what I have now? So this is what I have. So this is what I have. So I'm going to watch how I'm going to cut it out. So I'm going to cut it out this way. So I'm going to cut it out. Watch how I'm cutting it out. You see how I'm cutting this out. So from here, I'll go like this. So here is going to, this place is going to overlap.
Separate the collar from the lapel, and the where the notch stopped, please make sure you notch it. Where that collar lapel notch started, make sure you notch it, please. Once you separate them, make sure you notch it, because that is where you place it back. So that is just what you need for the collar. Make sure to trim it very well. So what you'll be needing is you get your upper part, but I later used Ankara for my collar part. That is the lapel with the collar. I later used Ankara for this. So you are going to place this, cut 4 pieces of this lapel part. Cut 4 pieces of it. You are going to place it on your fabric and cut 4 pieces of it. Add some allowance to the lapel part, just a little allowance for you to use and join it. So for the notched part, you are going to cut it on fold. Here is the lapel part. I have 4 pieces of this. One will serve as the main fabric, two will serve as the main fabric, then the other two will serve as the lining. Then this is the back of the dress. You're also going to cut it with the same color as the lapel. You add some inches. You have to cut it on fold, just 2 pieces for it. One will serve as the main fabric, then the other one will serve as the lining. For the notched part, you are going to cut it on fold. This is the shoulder part that I placed, is going to be on fold. So this is how it's going to look when you cut it out. The cuff, you close the straight part, you just close from that slanted part all the way to the straight part, then to the other slanted part. Please don't close the curved part. So this is what I have. I'll go ahead and close the straight part. So like I said, for the before cutting out the lapel part for the front, that you are going to cut it on fold. This is the unfolded part that you use as the guideline to place the lapel once you are finished cutting it. So I've also gone ahead to cut the use the pattern paper to cut out the main fabric, the combo and everything, and this is how it's going to look once I'm done joining it. So this is it. This is the white part. I'm using white and orange. So this is the white part. This is how it's going to look, and that's the orange part. I'm done closing the collar. You just need two pieces for this collar. So this is how I stitched it. You just notch it before you pull it over from that curved end. So you pull it out very well. This is how it will look. Make sure you give it a good press. Give it a good press. Then notch the midpoint. The next thing is to get your two lapel, then get the back, join the shoulders together. The two shoulders, join the right shoulder and join the left shoulder, just like the way I placed it. So once you are done joining the shoulder, the next thing is to notch your lapel. Then you bring it, you know, the parts you notched, that closed part, you place it on the part that I asked you to notch when you separated the collar from the lapel. So you place it back, you place that part on that notch, then you sew it round. Just take your time and join it.
That goes with this upper part. It has white also with a touch of blue. So I decided to use the Ankara instead. So this is how it looks. I've gone ahead to fix the collar to the neckline. So this is it. This is how it's looking. This is how it should look. So the next thing is also to join the lining. This is how the lining should look. This is the back, and here is the front lapel. So I've joined the lapel and the lining together. So the next thing to do now is to cover this rough part with the collar. So you'll get it, place it like this. Make sure that this notched part aligns very well. I also take it all the way around. Make sure the shoulder part aligns too. Make sure that the back notched part aligns, and make sure that this other shoulder aligns. Make sure that this notch part aligns. So you just run it straight and cover up the sides. You just cover up the side, stitch it down. So I'll go to my machine and do that and show you guys how to fix it to the main dress, and we'll kick off with the down part. So I'll just do that and bring it back. So this is it. I'm done attaching the collar. This is how it's looking. So I just took my light. So this is how it should look. This is it. This is the back. And this is it. So once you just attach the collar, you give it a good press. Then you just run a stitch here just to hold it in place in case you're attaching it to the main dress. So after that, you're going to fold it like this. This is the this is the front part and this is the back part. So you're going to bring the lapel together. You're going to face the lapel like this. So this is So they just brought back my liner. So this is the guideline. After attaching the collar and everything, the lining, this is the inside. So the next thing is to get this your guideline. You bring it, this is the side. You take the side and place it like this. Take the side of this and place it. Make sure that it aligns very well. So the next one also, you take the other side and place it and make sure that it aligns very well. Make sure that it aligns very well like this, just to get the size. So once you have it this way, once you place it and you are sure that it aligns very well, then you now do your overlap. So this is what I have. This is what I have. So I will make sure that this part is equal to. So I'll just do it like this. Make sure that it aligns very well. Don't give any space at all. So I'll pin it just to hold it in place. So this is what I have. So this is what I have. So I'll separate it now. Sorry, I'm holding the lining and this thing. Once I have it, I'll separate it. So this is the size that I have. I'll push it to make sure that like the same length. Now one is no longer than one. Now I'll do it like this. So this is what you will have. This is what you will have once you are done. Just one should overlap on one, either left or right. Mine is lapping like this. You can choose to do left, but mine is going from right to left. So this is what I have. I'll still cross check it again to see if it's still the same thing, especially this down part. Still, so it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. I'll fold it to get the midpoint. I'll fold it just for me to get the center line. I'll fold it like this with the pin. So I just want to get the midpoint so that I will know how to overlap it more. Now I'll notch it. I'll notch the midpoint. And this is it. It I can yeah. This is going to be so I'll get my front part. This is the front part. So I'll get this. I'll place it like this also and get the midpoint line. I'll place it like this and get the midpoint line. Once I get it, I'll notch it. So that is just it. So the next thing now is to take this, the notched parts, the two notched parts, place the notched parts. So make sure you see why you needed to like align it with the pattern. So make sure that here aligns very well. The notch part aligns very well. And also this place, make sure that it aligns very well, which is all aligning very well. So I'll just stitch here to here and stop and come back and show you the next thing to do. So the thing, you get the back and the front. That is the main fabric. Now you join the remaining shoulder. So you join it like this. Then you join the other one like this. You join the two shoulder. This is the remaining two shoulder. You join it together. So you join it all the way to the down part. So this is how you're going to join it. So once you're done joining it, and we are finished attaching this one. Once you are done joining it and you are done attaching this one, this is you will have something like this. So you've attached the collar straight this way. So the next thing now, you've attached the collar straight. This is how it's looking. So the next thing now is to get the joint shoulder. This is the joint shoulder of the fabric, and this is the joint shoulder of the collar. You bring the two shoulders. Make sure it aligns very well. Make sure the two shoulders align very well. You do the same thing to the other part. So once the shoulder aligns, this is what you will have. This is what you will have. So just take your time and also stitch it straight to the shoulder. Straight to the shoulder. Don't touch the back yet. Just straight all the way to the shoulder. Look at this place now. You know that this is the place that the front stopped. So from here, you back stitch here. Make sure that you're not holding extra fabric there. Then you stitch straight, stop at the shoulder line. Do the same thing to the other part, and I will go to my machine and do it and show you how we are going to attach the second one. So I'll just go and get it done. So make sure that both shoulders are matching very well. Make sure that both shoulders are matching very well. So I'll go to my machine and run a straight stitch, stop at the shoulder. Then here is the back neckline. You get the back neckline, get the midpoint also, get the midpoint of the back neckline. You notch it, also notch the back neckline and place it and run it straight. So I'll just do the front and come back.
So I've gone ahead to stitch it, and this is what I have. I'm done joining it. This is how neat it's looking. Please make sure that you did not hold extra fabric while joining it to the shoulder. So once we are done joining the shoulder, we are left with the back. So you can decide to get the midpoint of the back and also get the midpoint of the back collar, match the midpoint, then take your time to join it. Make sure that you are not holding extra fabric. And I've also gone ahead to stitch the front, that is to join the plain, the white to the orange. That's the front part. So I will show you how you are going to do it to the back. It's just simple. Fold it together and get the midpoint of your orange, and also fold it to get the midpoint of your white. So once you get the midpoint and you match it, hold it with your pin. And once you just join it, you start sewing from, I prefer sewing from the down part up to the notched part, but you can start from the notched part so that if there's any extra fabric you can cut it out. So that is it for this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you don't understand it, drop a comment and I will go through it.